throwing that battle wore me out.
Really? It looked to me like you just plain lost.
How dare you! You don't appreciate the nuances of
An ungainly effort.
Vexen.
How could you be humbled by someone of such limited significance? You shame the organization.
How can we help you, Vexen? It's not very often we see you topside.
I came to lend you a hand. You obviously believe this Sora has much potential, but I remain unconvinced he is truly worth such coddling. I think an experiment would show if he really is of any value to us.
Well, here we go again. It's just an excuse, so you can carry out your little experiments, that's all.
I'm a scientist. Experiments are what I do. Yes.
Whatever. You can do what you want. But you know, I think testing Sora is just a cover for testing your valet.
Valet? He's the product of pure research.
What he actually is a toy.
You should just learn to be quiet.
Anyway, since you came all this way, you're gonna need this. A humble gift to my elder. I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
Not so fast!
We don't have time! They've got Naminé! We gotta rescue her!
Whew. Sora sure does seem like he's upset.
You'd be too. He just remembered a friend, but found out she's in trouble.
Good point. I guess if we heard that the king was in danger, we would be pretty upset about that too.
Really?
Okay, first things first. Axel, I owe you a beer. Because that was a serious burn to Angelica. That's officially her name now, all right? Angelica with an X. But also, Derek, Stephen, Prince, where have you been?
Yes, we missed you.
Not really in this series.
I know.
But we'd love to have you back as Beelzebub. I mean, that's me, though.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I'm speaking out of turn. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Goofy and Donald and figure out what the heck is going on, because we got lots of info.
Come on, Sora! We gotta rescue Naminé from the bad guys!
Any friend of yours is a friend of ours. Let's go help Naminé from that. I'm sorry, Disney just doesn't let me curse.
Yes.
All right, so it's time for us to unlock the next world, and people might remember with Halloween Town, we had to bypass the next world that we did technically last time. So this time around, we have Atlantica unlocked. We have the 100-Acre Wood, so yes, it's a thing here.
Yes.
Hollow Bastion, and finally, Neverland. So let's go ahead and go in order here, and let's do Atlantica. And I am totally not disappearing from the Let's Play. That's not happening.
Ah, the light! It shines bright!
And here we go. Atlantica, here we are. And we are not going to be singing any songs until the next game. Do, 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 do. And look, we got our feet. Gosh, this looks like the bottom of the sea. It sure does. So, how come we can breathe? Beats me. Maybe someone cast a spell on us. It's just like breathing air.
But it's not air, see? Someone's swimming this way.
If anyone asks, you didn't see me.
What?
Sorry, I don't have time to explain. Just promise you won't tell.
No promises, lady. Hey, what's that sparkling thing you got there? I got ADD.
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Remember, you didn't see me.
Oh, and by the way, how'd you guys get feet? Well, looked like was in a hurry.
She was hiding something.
And you couldn't notice behind her back or so?
I wonder what it was.
It's not a good idea to ask that question, Donald. You don't want to know where that thing's gonna go. All right, so as you guys can see, a significant improvement was made to Atlantica. We're not dealing with the water mechanics.
Oh, you didn't like the water mechanics?
No, I thought I made that clear in the podcast.
Well, it sure looked nice, seeing a different look, but,
Well, but also you have to remember that this was ported from the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance was not capable of those mechanics.
Well, true, but...
And most of the time, again, I haven't played the GBA game, so since it's a card-based game, it was done in like a turn-based format. So, very different from what Kingdom Hearts is on consoles.
Makes me now want to kind of go back into the GBA format, just try it and finish it.
I'll pass, thanks. I've played my share of JRPG card-based games on retro consoles. They're fun. Like, I had some fun with the Dragon Ball one, but I'm not a big fan of it unless it's like legitimately supposed to be a card game. So if it's gonna be like Yu-Gi-Oh, then I have more fun with that.
Oh yeah.
But in circumstances like this, they just feel kind of forced.
Yeah, probably, but
there we go. So yeah, now that we are in Atlantica and we're doing our usual grind, because that's pretty much what we do in Chain of Memories. We go through the worlds and then we go and grind. But we have a little bit of business to take care of in this particular part, because as of this recording, GDC has happened and a bunch of other Kingdom Hearts related news has kind of happened. I wish I could be able to bring the articles up, but unfortunately a lot of the stuff I'm hearing secondhand is, first of all, we are looking at our first updates via DLC happening to Kingdom Hearts 3. Specifically, it looks very strongly that the first update is going to be the ever-vaunted, ever-wanted critical mode. It's coming. And it's actually going to be a lot harder than we thought it was going to be. So, for people who are not aware, critical mode is basically just kind of an elevated difficulty after Proud. They've done some unique things with it when it's been implemented in the final mix versions of games, but they're trying to stick to that same uniqueness in Kingdom Hearts 3's implementation, simply because it looks very likely that 3 is not getting a final mix, or at least that we think that it will. We think it's not going to get that. And so critical mode here is actually going to be more along the lines of adding mechanics and more technical difficulty to bosses, as well as upping the difficulty of the regular Heartless that you're dealing with, etc., kind of thing. So really quick, give us your thoughts, Andrea. Are you excited? I'm pretty sure you've done critical mode.
I've never done any critical modes, but that doesn't mean on my own time I'll probably attempt it at some point.
I will say this right here and now, they had better give me a ton of incentive to be able to do that. And right now, considering that it's just going to be a free update,
dude,
it's not enough.
The thing that would actually bring me in is if you had a secret ending, another secret ending.
Yeah, if there was another secret movie behind the critical mode unlock, I'd be okay with it.
I would take the opportunity to do it.
I'd do it. But that's the only thing that's going to motivate me. And frankly, I don't think you have that. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right off the bat. I do not think they have it.
But that would have been... I mean, that doesn't mean I would still try it eventually, but that would be something worth, doing a critical mode.
Sure.
I mean, you get, one type of, secret movie or secret ending or whatever for like a harder one, and one for critical alone.
Yep. So you have critical mode. It's coming very soon, so people can look forward to that. There's also been talk of maybe the next one being a New Game Plus feature. That one I'm more skeptical about because I haven't heard it from official Square Enix sources yet. And a feature like that is hard to implement in games, so at that point, I want to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And therefore, I'm not believing anything else until I see it. Or until I see the Square Enix confirmation. And it also looks like we might have seen the first paid DLC, or this is where I'm curious, because we've heard that there might be like 2 paid DLC packs, and now they're talking about 1. So I want more of a clarified statement from Square Enix. But it looks like that paid DLC is going to be taking us, possibly, there's one of 2 things I've seen online. We're either going to be going back to Olympus to finish the story there, because apparently there's another chapter that they want to go into, which would involve a Final Fantasy character, namely Zack Fair. Or the other one that I've seen is going to be more of a post-events of Kingdom Hearts 3 following the character Xion.
I also heard that there'd be something more talking about Nominee as well.
Yeah, well, the Nominee thing kind of goes in hand, which would be like Xion would be the featured character, and it would be going on about like Xion trying to find her place in the world by talking to the other Kingdom Hearts characters and going through the worlds to figure out, you know, what they're gonna do with Xion, kind of thing. I'm just gonna be honest with everybody. I'm not really interested in either of those ideas.
Because I was like thinking with Olympus, I'm like, what else can you talk about it?
Well, you're going to implement Zack, but the problem is that other people are going to want. If you're going to implement one Final Fantasy character, then you shouldn't stop there.
Well, I would just be curious.
I'm okay with them implementing Zack because Zack did have kind of an open-ended story there, but it's not necessary to know to go further in Kingdom Hearts. Like, this is kind of a side story thing that, while I get it matches the vision that the developers want, I don't need to know it.
Well, I'm just curious.
I mean, unless you're going back as Aqua and then she has to, you know, lightly turn him down because she's got the hots for Terra, which is very clear after playing Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, and now we have Shock Impact. So Simba's Roar sends enemies flying and triggers stop. So there you go. I'm not. I gotta be honest. I'm not really excited at that prospect for DLC. What about you, Andrew? Or do either of those sound interesting?
I would still try to figure out exactly. You know.
I just and before people jump down my throat, I'm okay with Xion DLC. I'm okay with that. I just don't like this whole we gotta find Xion's niche in life. Yeah, that sounds to me like you're just trying to recapture 358 over 2 days, and I'd just rather kind of assume that all of the friends just welcome Xion into the family, so to speak. And you're kind of making it sound like, oh no, they didn't do that. I doubt that.
Well, I mean, so what would they do with Zack, you know, exactly?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Honestly, I thought that the grand plan of Hades in 3 was basically the plan in the movie, to unleash the Titans and try and take over Olympus. Well, we foiled that.
Yeah.
We beat the Titans. So, I don't know. I don't know what else you can do with Zack.
What was his reasoning for being there? I cannot remember. It's been
Zack, I believe, in Birth by Sleep was just a hero in training.
Oh, I guess that's true.
He was a hero. Yeah, he was a hero in training. I think he worked with. He was buddies with young Herc, and he also wanted to be part of the Olympus Coliseum tournament because I do remember like him and Terra having a bit of a rivalry.
Oh yeah, but I guess I should more ask, what's his character like in Final Fantasy? Oh, crap.
You played Birth by Sleep. You know Zack's character.
Oh, so he's
There really isn't much change.
Okay.
The difference being is that instead of being in training, he technically is kind of the person Cloud looks up to. That's the difference.
Okay.
Is that the roles are reversed. And that's why I don't have a problem with Zach in Birth by Sleep. I think he was really well implemented considering this was what they decided to do with him.
Oh yeah. I guess.
But what else are you gonna do with him other than have Aqua go back and turn him down because, well, she's got the hots for Terra.
Yeah, because otherwise I'd be like, well, I can't see anything else they would do with him aside from that, you know.
I can't really think of anything.
I mean, I guess, you know, if they can come up with something, then, you know, I'd be okay with that, but it's just...
Yeah. While you're giving your thoughts, I'm totally not off mic again. Totally not.
Oh, good. We found the right door. Let's see what I got here. Oh. Do I have any doubles of anything? I don't want to waste all my good cards, but... No, I guess not. Might as well just use it up. And my kingdom key. Let's see. And we're at Atlantica. Man. Talk about a vacation. Oh, woe is me. Is something wrong? Someone stole the king's magic trident. Atlantica is defenseless. And to top it off, Princess Ariel has disappeared. King Triton's worried sick. He won't leave his chambers. Ariel? She disappeared? Ariel's friend Flounder would know where she is, but now he's gone too.
Wait a sec, didn't we just see Ariel? I totally wasn't gone. Yup, but she didn't look really happy to see us. Hey, wasn't she carrying something when we saw her?
No, we couldn't even tell behind her.
No, not at all. No, but we don't want to know where that thing's going. You don't think that was the trident?
No, it was just your parking tickets. You just did not notice.
What parking tickets? You know, maybe it was.
What? But that means Ariel stole it.
There must be some explanation.
Maybe she was trying to do something with those parking tickets anyway.
Ariel, where did you swim off to this time? If anything happens to you, the king will think it's all my fault. He told me to keep an eye on her, and now this. What if she ran away because of something I said? King Triton will punish me forever, man. And then I'll have to go work for the trolls in the Warcraft franchise. He'll pop his shell if we tell him Ariel took the trident. I think he'll do more than that. I guess we'll have to get to the bottom of this ourselves. Okay, so basically, yeah, sorry, we're having kid difficulties. In fact, I might have some words to say to my youngest, because she's basically making sure nap time doesn't happen. She's going scorched earth. But yeah, so basically, Ariel has taken the trident, and now we must go and stop her before she does something stupid. You know, like she's done in The Little Mermaid for many, many years. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't sell my soul for legs.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
No, not at all. Not at all. Plot convenience. The plot sold her voice for legs. And it's not sold, but sold your voice for legs. And I think that's pretty much what the actual original fairy tale is. You sold your soul for legs. So yeah, so you gave your thoughts on the Olympus DLC.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not open to that. I just wonder what else you can just, you know, go into, because...
I could just think of a couple of other ideas that they could do. I mean, there was such Roxas love coming into this that you could do something with Roxas and people would be okay with it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, post things like that, I'd probably be like, you know, it would be just nice just to see things like that, but